Hello Leo, welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for July 18th through 24th, 2022. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. As always, I am truly grateful for each and every one of you. Just a reminder, this is a general reading. Not everything will resonate with you. Take what does, leave the rest behind. You may also want to check out your, thank you, moon, rising, and Venus sign readings as well for the full picture. So let's see what we've got for out here for you guys already. We've got the spider. So fair warning, if you're afraid of spiders, arachnophobia, I'll hold it way over here. All right. But spiders actually really do represent creativity, creative projects. If you've ever, I don't love a spider. Okay. Spiders are wonderful. They serve a purpose, right? They eat bugs. Okay. So they eat all the bugs and whatever, and they, protect your home. However, we don't always want them crawling on us. But if you really look at a spider web, it is very intricate, is very creative. No two really seem to be the same, and different spiders create different things. So this could be a really creative week for you. Maybe you've got, a hobby that you want to pursue. Maybe there's some home improvement projects that you're looking to do, arts and crafts with the kids, if you've got that going on. Okay. So, but you may have some other creative, inspirational kind of things going on for you this week. So it's great energy for creation. We also, out of this deck, have the bee. Now, I also actually do see we've got card number 15 with the spider and card number 16 with the bee. Okay, so actually insects of some sort may actually be kind of part of your world in the week ahead. Maybe you're spending a lot of time outside. All right, maybe you, if you've got any allergies or anything like that, just be a little bit cautious. Be a little bit careful. All right, but the bee brings you in a very worker bee kind of energy. Okay, it allows you to brings in the energy of being very industrious, okay, working really hard to get something done or to create something fabulous. Bee energy can also sometimes bring about community, right? Bees aren't necessarily solitary, right? They're all, part of a hive, part of a community. So people around you may be very important for you. Maybe you are spending some time with the people in your life that are important for you or that you care about, or maybe you're even partnering up with people to create something. But the bee out of this deck also brings in a little bit of luck. Okay, so you might have a little bit of a lucky break here and there, even if it's just avoiding a traffic jam on the way to work. Okay, but this also brings in a little bit of victory as well. Okay, so a little bit of luck, a little bit of success. Okay, all on your side, all in your favor in the week ahead. So it's beautiful energy, actually, really. Okay, whether you like insects and bugs and things or not. So let's see what else we've got coming out here for you guys. And we've got Judgment. This is, I kid you not, the third time. I think you are reading number 4 or 5 or something. I forget how many. But this is like the third time or something that this Judgment card has come out. So crazy. Judgment, we've got the 8 of Pentacles. There's your creativity and your industrialness and working hard. And we've got the 2 of Pentacles in reverse though. Okay, so a little bit of a heads up whenever we have reversals. It is a call to attention. We've got the Tower in reverse. Wow, we've got reversals all over the place for you guys today. All right, so the Tower in reverse is at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this is certainly something for you to be aware of. When we have the energy at the bottom of the deck, this is something giving an underlying influence, maybe something that's motivational for you. Okay, it can also be something here that may come as a surprise. The Tower can be a surprise anyway. Okay, but also something that's not quite here this week. Okay, but that may be coming in here for you fairly quickly. So I think here for some of you with this Tower in the reverse being at the bottom of the deck, there may be an underlying need to shake up your situation, to do something a little bit different, because the 2 of Pentacles that's here can represent a little bit imbalance, okay? It can represent regretting a decision, okay? But it can also represent kind of being stuck in the mud or not loving where you currently are. Usually the Two of Pentacles in the upright, okay? We're, we got a lot of responsibility. We're juggling a lot of things, a lot of responsibility, but we're, in a good spot, right? We're in a good mood, okay? So this can certainly represent that you have too much on your plate and you are not liking it. You're not loving it. You're feeling bogged down. You're feeling heavy. You're feeling like, oh my God, how do I get out of my situation? And the Tower right there for you does indicate that perhaps you have some changes that are within your control. Quite often the Tower card in the upright can quite often bring about sudden, unexpected change, sometimes wanted, sometimes not. Most people don't want change, okay? But in that reverse energy, I'm feeling that you're more in charge of your situation than you may give yourself credit for. All right, so you might need to you might need to really kind of shake things up a little bit, because something might be a little bit stagnant for you, okay? Or maybe it just feels as though you're not necessarily making any progress, okay? You might be like suffering in silence somewhere in your world, okay? So just a little bit of a heads up there, okay? That you might need to do something a little bit different. You might need to take a little bit more of an active approach at things. Maybe there's just a situation that you're dealing with where you're just like kind of not making any progress or moves or anything. It's kind of stuck energy, okay? So we need to get you unstuck a little bit. But I think the Judgment card really does come in to help you out doing that. Now, the Judgment card can be a very important decision that you are making, okay? The Judgment card is when we see the truth of the matter, okay? When we get enlightenment, when we see the light at the end of the tunnel, okay? It's where the truth, the information that we need is all out in the open, nothing hiding in shadows, nothing else to be discovered. And when we have the truth at our disposal, when we have all the information that we need, whether it's in our internal environment or whether external environment, then we can make that final judgment call. Okay, we can make that final decision. Do I keep going forward? Is there something I need to change? Is there something I need to let go of? Can I have a do-over? Okay, is there something I need to do a little bit differently? So I think you're really making a very important decision in an area of your life this week. The Judgment card can bring about, forgiveness and reconciliation and healing and things. Okay, but I'm really getting more of the energy. It can also bring about a big spiritual enlightenment here for you as well. And all of that is possible, but I'm really getting a little bit more of the energy with this particular card, that there is a very important decision, maybe a turning point at somewhere in your life that you need to make. Okay, now it could just be that you need to do something a little bit different. Maybe you need to have an important conversation. Maybe you need to break out of a rut, okay? And in order for you to do that, you really need to examine your current circumstances and figure things out, right? So you may be discovering some information that helps you make that decision along your journey. But I think some of you as well, you want out, okay? You're looking to get out of Dodge. All right. And that Judgment card, you're looking to release, okay? Because, we do have, for some of you here, we've got you working really hard, but you're just, probably not really loving your current situation. You may like what you do or what you're doing, okay? But maybe you're not getting anywhere. You're not getting any progress, right? Because the Eight of Pentacles that's here, it's about rolling up your sleeves, getting to work. It's an energy of apprenticeship, of learning, of working really diligently, but it's one of mastering your craft as well and loving what you do. Okay, so, but when we have the kind of a little bit of an opposing energy where they're there with that Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So it could be that you actually like your work that you do, or you like your environment that you're in, okay, but there's something not quite right about it, okay? Sometimes we get in a position where maybe you like what you do for a living, okay? If there's really some career things coming up to the surface for you, maybe you like what you do for a living, but your workload is just too heavy, and maybe there's no room for progress for you, right? And when you're really good at something, the Eight of Pentacles is where the student is about to become the teacher, or the employee is about to level up and become become the boss or the manager. Okay, so leveling up in some way, but perhaps where you are right now, your current environment may not afford you that opportunity. So you might have a very important decision to make. Do I stay where I am right now, or do I gotta do something different? Okay, that Tower in the reverse, do you need to shake things up a little bit? Okay, do you need to alter or change your environment at all? Okay, so you might have, again, that very important decision that you are making. It could be that you're already well on your way to making some change. Okay, you have everything very much under control. All right, and that Judgment card, maybe you are getting a final decision, a resolution that does come in here that does affect what you do and where you spend your time. Okay, whether it's a creative project or whether it's a workplace environment. Okay, even something to do with your schooling, because that is apprenticeship and learning, can be there as well. Okay, so so there may be some issues that you're working through in the week ahead. Okay, it could just be that you really do need to have an important conversation. You might be taking on way too much responsibilities, and instead of being able to kind of fling things around and juggle things around or whatever, instead you're just like bogged down. Okay, and it's like, I need to dig myself out there. So you might be looking at those aspects there as well. But the Eight of Pentacles is one of being very industrious, doing a lot of hard work. Okay, but but again, getting something accomplished. All right, in this. So I think that whatever any of you are doing this week, I think you're not shying away from working hard. All right, but you may have a tendency to go overboard a little bit there. Okay, but you are getting things done. All right, but the Two of Pentacles in reverse, yeah, okay, there's something not quite going your way. Okay, it could be that you are so far out of balance that you're just exhausted and you're tired. Okay, so you might need to make some decisions in regards to that. You might need to do something a little bit different. And the Two of Pentacles in reverse could also represent that you may make a decision that maybe you don't want to make, okay, or that maybe you're not sure if you're going to be pleased with the outcome. You might be doubting yourself in some way in that energy, but ultimately with this Judgment card, which is really ruling over your week here, I think that if you need some information to make a decision, I think you're going to make the right decision for you. Okay, but I also think here that you may need to make a very conscious effort to restore some balance somewhere in your world there as well. Sometimes we do get carried away with things that we're working on. Okay, and you could actually also be making a lot of progress, and then the Two of Pentacles, something goes sideways, and then you might have to go back to the drawing board, because we do have second chances, a do-over maybe that comes in with the Judgment card. Okay, so there may be something there that you might have to repeat what you've already done, or take something apart, right? It happens. Okay, sometimes it happens. All right, so just something to be aware of. Your advice from Spirit is the Page of Cups. Page of Cups certainly does bring in an element of creativity for you. Okay, a sense of wonder, a little bit of an imagination coming in. So perhaps you're trying to be a little bit too practical, and you need to add a little bit of creative juices or a little bit of imagination to what you're working on. Okay, a little bit of flair, shall we say. All right, a little bit of beautification to something that is otherwise maybe a little bit kind of plain Jane. All right, but the Page of Cups is also that advice from Spirit to listen to your intuition. Again, some of you may actually be having a little bit of an epiphany moment, a little bit of an enlightenment coming in there. Your intuition is certainly going to show you that way. You might be discovering something. Be aware, because the Page of Cups can sometimes bring in a bit of a surprise to your situation, to your week ahead. It could be maybe you surprise yourself. Maybe someone springs something on you and you're not exactly pleased with it, with that Two of Pentacles there. Okay, it's something that really throws a chink in the chain somewhere along the way. All right, but the Page of Cups also is advice there is to keep an open heart, to keep an open mind, to really try and focus on the positive aspects of your week ahead. Okay, and if you aren't in a situation that gives you any kind of pleasure or joy whatsoever, perhaps it's time to make a bit of a change. All right, but be open to things, right? Follow your heart. Have some fun as well. That Page of Cups, right? Because this may not be fun for you. Okay, so remember, we all have things we're working on. We all have a lot of things on the go, but you do need to take some time out to have a little bit of fun. Remember, the bee brings in you a little bit of victory and also brings you in a little bit of luck as well. Okay, so be open to some interesting things, because you never know what may go on. But we do have the Nine of Cups coming in here as blessings headed your way. Holy moly. Okay, so, I think here that you are making some progress. Okay, I think you're maybe even really focused on what it is that you want. Okay, your own personal happiness, your pleasure, your joy. The Nine of Cups does bring about your wish fulfillment, okay, or the achievement of your goals, or, a sweet victory coming in there of some kind, even if it's just small. Okay, and it could just be a feeling that you get, like that you're well on your way, okay, or that you're looking to make some change, and this is in alignment with something that you have your heart set on, something that brings you some happiness. Okay, but the blessing here as well could also be that maybe at some point you really do take back a little bit of your mojo and you focus on a little bit of self-love and self-care. Okay, because that Nine of Cups can certainly represent your own personal happiness and well-being. All right, and so maybe you are just making the right choices for you. Okay, and you have some important decisions to make that does affect your own sense of feeling good, feeling like you've made the right decisions, or feeling like you're in a good spot, right? Something that brings you a lot of happiness and a lot of joy, but it may require you to kind of turn the tables a little bit, or to try something a little bit different, or even break free out of a situation so that you can follow your dreams. Okay, your goals are in sight, whatever you've got going on. So here, stay positive, stay focused, okay? And you will achieve what you set out to. Your overall outcome for your week, I think you're probably going to be, some of you, the Seven of Pentacles, it does bring in an energy of patience and quiet contemplation. It can be a card of manifestation. Sometimes things come in when we least expect it. Okay, so again, a little bit of a surprise there with that Page of Cups. Sometimes we are manifesting things into our world and all of a sudden, boop, they're there. And we're like, whoa, okay, let me do a little gut check and see if I'm, let me pinch myself, see if I'm seeing this right. Okay, so you may get something in here that's a little bit of a surprise for you, but something that's ultimately pretty beneficial, but you might need to contemplate it for a little bit and go, is this what I'm looking for? Okay, the Seven of Pentacles can also just represent an energy of quiet contemplation, evaluation, and maybe even figuring out a strategy. Am I in the right spot? Am I headed in the right direction? Do I need to do something different? Okay, is my success on the horizon? Do I need to take a step back in order to make a giant leap forward? Sometimes we need to do that. Sometimes we need to go back to the drawing board, especially here if you're working on something and then you're like, oh crap, I did it wrong. Okay, oh my God, I'm regretting something with that Two of Pentacles. Back to the drawing board you may go, just to evaluate, okay, where did I go sideways? Okay, what can I do differently to get back on track? Okay, and sometimes we do need to do that a little bit. Okay, we need to revisit something that we've been working on. But the Seven of Pentacles, you could really be faced with an important decision, and you're taking a calm, practical approach to make that decision. Am I where I want to be? Do I need to make some change? Okay, you could be thinking of cashing out of a situation, right? Again, if you're not getting anywhere and you're not being rewarded for the skills and the talents, the knowledge and the experience that you bring to the table, especially in your workplace, right? Then maybe you are looking at that and evaluating your circumstance and saying, okay, is there room for growth here for me, or do I need to do something a little bit different? Because maybe there's something a little bit better out there for me that makes me a little bit happier, or that gives me a little bit more fulfillment. All right, so you get whatever your situation is, you may be making some important evaluations and important decisions. So let's leave that there. We'll get a couple of last cards out here for you guys. Thank you. And here's your last card. The blessing of a door closing. shutting the door on something perhaps. One moment, nothing is happening, then everything seems to happen at once. A door soon closes, but before you know it, another opens. You walk through into a bright new life, one in which you can be who you truly are. So again, there's that judgment. You could certainly be making a decision to let something go. There's your next card. The blessing of questioning. Examine and identify any belief that stems from an irrational fear. Ask yourself, do I still need this? If the answer is no, then replace it with a trusting, more loving belief. Blessings flow to you as soon as you do this. Set yourself free. I'll leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something in this reading that resonated with you on some level. If there was, please hit like on this video, subscribe to my channel as well. The YouTube algorithm gods like the activity on the channel. The more people that interact, the more people that see the reading. Anyways, so yes, so hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys have a fantastic week ahead. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.